Okay, the first thing we're going to do is look at the asset sheet, download it, and get it into Adobe Fireworks. So here I've got a right-click option, Save Image As. I'm just going to put mine on the backdrop on my desktop here, and I'm going to just call it Game Asset Sheet. Okay, so the next thing would be to look at Fireworks, right? So in Fireworks, I want to go to File and Open. And on the desktop, I've got there the game asset sheet. So I'll open that up, and I can then zoom in using Control and the mouse wheel. And then I can pull around the screen by holding down the space bar. And you can see I can grab the screen while I'm zoomed in, or grab my image. Right, so the first thing I want to do is get one of the ships. Okay, so I want to get this blue one. To do that, using this bitmap marquee tool, and I'll just draw essentially a square area around. Now, if you don't get it right, then just try again, just to get it exactly the way you want it. Do it by that size. Okay, so once you've got that selection, you want to do copy with Control C, and then Control N to bring up a new window. And what you'll notice here is that it's automatically putting the width and height of what we've copied in there, and the only thing we want to make different will be the transparency. Make a transparent background and say OK. Right, then I do Control V to paste it in. Now I'm going to zoom it in, and what I want to do is get rid of all of this blue area on the outside, all of this area around here. So I can leave it zoomed out. If you imagine, this is what the size it's going to be when you're playing the game. So the important thing is just to get rid of most of the blue area. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's quite a small image. So I can do this by taking the magic wand tool. Now with the magic wand tool, you've got tolerance down here, as you can see, is at 32, and the edge is hard. Now this might be fine, but if it's not, and it takes too much of a selection, or it doesn't take enough, you can change the tolerance and put it up or put it down. So if I just make a selection around that, and then you can see if I zoom in, it's pretty much getting just what I want. So now all I need to do is press the delete key on the keyboard, and you can see it's now done that for me. It's got rid of that background. Now I'll do Control D to deselect, and then what we're going to now do is zoom right in and just clean up the image. Now I'll do that with the eraser tool. So I'll put on the eraser tool, and I'm going to do it down to size 1, and I want to do a square for the shape of my eraser. And what I'm doing is just going to take away these dark bits that I just don't want. Now I want to try and do it where I'm doing it equally on both sides, exactly the same, like that. So just make sure when you're doing it, you do it exactly the same on both sides of the image. If you don't like it, you can put it back like so. Starting to look pretty good. Just going to clean up this last bit at the end, and then I'm pretty sure I'll be finished more or less. Right, the next thing you'll have to do is actually do this for all of your characters. Now, when you come to save this, the important thing will be to save it as a PNG, and the reason for that will be to keep the transparency. That's really important. Okay, so I've zoomed out a little bit. Now you can notice also, for example, here I've got one square missing. Well, the easy thing to do would be to actually just make a copy of the one that's, let's say, opposite. So I'll select it, Control C, Control V, and then just move it over there. Control D to deselect that. Right. Okay, so now it looks pretty much finished. So saving it, need to do, I'm going to do it on the desktop, and I'm just going to call it ship01, because I might do another ship later on. And the important thing, as you can see, is to make sure it's a Fireworks PNG right there. Okay, so save it. Now the other thing you may want to do is actually to cut this down a little bit more, so I could easily do that as well, where I'm just getting rid of most of that outside area that I don't need. So I can make that marquee selection tool, edit, crop document, and there you can see I've actually cleaned it up even more. So I've just got a little set of pixels on either side, and along the top and along the bottom. Right, so just save that again, and that's it, done.